When I see the faces of my children and know that incarceration is a part of their history and their knowledge of me, man, I wake up every day to change that story, to change that narrative. Not for that to be excluded from the legacy, but to turn it into an orchard of wonderful experiences like the book. You know, being able to write about it so I can reach back and help others. There's another passage in scripture where Jesus goes to the pool of Bethesda. And there's a man that laid there lame for 38 years. And when Jesus came to the man and asked the man, did the man want to be made whole? You would think, why would Jesus ask this man? The man had been sitting there for 38 years. But he asked him, do you want to be made whole? The man said, yes. And he said, take up your bed and walk, you're healed. Take up your bed. He didn't just say, go away, go walk. He said, take up your bed. Why do you take up the bed? Because he didn't want you to forget. Didn't want to forget where you came from. My book lets me not forget. My children let me not forget. My beautiful granddaughter, 2 years old, you know, makes me not forget. Being here on the podcast makes me not forget. Realizing that I have a responsibility to give back. You know, there's an old African proverb that says that when you see me, know that I'm standing on the shoulders of many that have come before me. So I have a responsibility. They taught me that in Morehouse College, that I have a responsibility to give back. That keeps my fire in me, man. Just giving back, knowing that my condition is not my conclusion.
Is, you know, they say like in recovery, you know, being willing to make amends whenever possible, as long as they don't injure or harm people. You know, it means you apologize for somebody don't apologize to someone who's not ready to accept your apology, right? Do you feel like this is part of an amends moment for you? Like, you know, you're just talking about how important your family is. And
Sure, absolutely. Whenever I get an opportunity, and as I shared with you before the podcast, this is the very first time I talked about my experience of incarceration. I was afraid.
Yeah. I
was just afraid that it is a part of my resume. You know, that I wear this scarlet letter. And, you know, I'm so honored and grateful for PEP. Just allow me to go back into that space, to open up and to talk about it, man, because I had tucked it away so deep down. Because to be honest, I was angry with God. I was just, God, how could you let me do that? How could you let that happen to me? And I know I did not do that. That I had the purest intention as a public servant.